Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And I'm Marita.
Hi, Kelly. We're just going to give everyone a few moments to join because we said 3 p.m. ET, and we have 2 more minutes before that. So, yeah, we're just going to hang out here for a bit and give everyone some time.
Marita, I see it's nice and sunny where you are. And as you can see, it's cold here, and I have my fireplace going. So I guess we're
Oh,
both enjoying some warmth in our own ways.
yeah, it's like so funny. It's like the total opposite here, right?
I
Total
know.
sunshine.
I need to come where
Uh,
you are.
So I think I see here. How does this go? Okay. So just a few more moments.
Ah, lots of snow up in Canada. Where in Canada?
Ah, hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Awesome. Alyssa's the executive director of IAYT. So happy that she could join us here today. And it's 4 o'clock, everyone. So really wanted to welcome you today. Thank you for joining us. I'm really excited to have you. As we go through, we really want this to be interactive for everyone. So if you have questions, just type them in the comment section and we will try to respond as best we can. Today, we're going to be talking about the Symposium on Yoga Therapy and Research. So SYTAR 2023, our beloved conference. And if you're not familiar with SYTAR, if you've never been, this is your chance to learn a whole lot more. And if you have been, this is our opportunity to just share a whole lot with you about what you can expect at SYTAR 2023 this year. So I am Marita Greenwich, and I am IAYT's Marketing and Communications Manager. Joining me here today is Kelly Froyo, who is our Membership Coordinator. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. For those of you who might have been here for a little bit, like 2 minutes, we were talking about hot and cold, and my weather is always warm because I am here in Barbados. So I joined IAYT last year in May. So I haven't even been here for like a year, but I am loving it. This is such a wonderful team to work with. Really love my colleagues and working with people who are so passionate about taking yoga therapy forward. So really enjoying that. If you're seeing the graphics come out on social media or you're seeing stuff from the e-news, that's pretty much me behind that. So that gives you an idea of what it is that I pretty much do. I'm a yoga instructor here in Barbados. And, for fun, I like to do gardening. I'm actually sitting out here in my garden. I wanted to give you that visual back here. And I dabble a little bit in photography. And I'll turn it over to Kelly so she can tell you a little bit about herself.
Thank you, Marita, and hello, everyone. I apologize. You'll have to bear with me today. Of course, this is the first time that I've ever done an Instagram Live, and I come down with a cold and lose my voice. But there was no way that I was going to miss this. I'm really excited to be here with Marita today and with all of you and tell you a little bit about our SYTAR conference. So I'm Kelly. I am the membership coordinator here at IAYT. I'm also an IAYT certified yoga therapist since 2017. Unlike Marita, I am in chilly Pacific Northwest in Tacoma, Washington. You can see behind me, I have my fireplace going, so I'm staying cozy today. Um, and I am on the indigenous land of the coastal Salish people here in Tacoma. I live with two small boys. I also like gardening, but I have not moved my little seed sprouts out to the garden yet because we had snow a couple days ago, believe it or not. So not quite time for outdoor gardening. Um, I have been on staff with IAYT since 2018, and I echo what Marita said. The staff and the membership are just some of the best people on earth, and I love meeting them. I love meeting all of the people who come to SYTAR. That's like the best part of it is connecting with your peers, connecting with your yoga community, and really coming together. Um, if you are a faculty member at an IAYT member school or a student member or newly certified with IAYT, you may see me at some of our online webinars, town halls, and sanghas. And if you ever write into IAYT and have questions about membership, most likely I will be the one answering you. And I always like communicating with people and meeting people. I realize that some people here on this Instagram Live today might not be familiar with IAYT, who we are and what we do. So I'll tell you a little bit about that right now. So IAYT stands for the International Association of Yoga Therapists. We are a nonprofit professional membership association, and we represent the field of yoga therapy with over 5,000 members in over 60 countries worldwide. Our membership base is made up of yoga practitioners, yoga teachers. We've got certified yoga therapists, students, and healthcare professionals who use yoga in their practice, yoga researchers, and we also welcome schools and other organizations or institutions that support our mission to establish yoga as a respected and recognized therapy. If you want to find more information about IAYT and about what we do, you can go to our website, which is www.iayt.org. And we also have general information about yoga therapy at www.yogatherapy.health. And that's our website for healthcare professionals and the general public who just want to know more about what yoga therapy is, what yoga therapists do. And you can also find a certified yoga therapist to work with in your area on either site. There's a search function. So IAYT also offers programmatic accreditation for 800 plus hour yoga therapy training programs. And we certify individual yoga therapists and awarding the CIAYT credential to those who meet our qualifications. We publish 2 regular publications. We have Yoga Therapy Today, which is a triannual membership magazine. Many of our members contribute and write articles for us. We also have book reviews, and you can find always, like the latest information on, the changing paradigm of what is yoga therapy, because it's a new profession. It's always evolving. And the magazine is a great resource to stay in tune with what's happening in the yoga therapy world. Our second publication is our scientific publication. It's the International Journal of Yoga Therapy. It's peer-reviewed, indexed on PubMed, and it includes articles related to any tradition or aspect of yoga therapy and yoga research. We host 2 annual conferences. So today we're going to be talking about SYTAR, which is our membership and practitioners conference in the summer. We also have a research-specific conference, which happens in the fall at Kripalu. So today, like I said, we're going to be going deeper into SYTAR, what to expect, and answering questions if you have any questions. So I'm going to hand it back over to Marita right now, and she'll tell you a little bit more.
Okay, so why we're all here, like SYTAR, like what is SYTAR? So again, it's a symposium on yoga therapy and research, and it is the most exciting yoga therapy event of the year. And I've been to SYTAR twice, virtually, and then in person last year in Chicago. And for me, the in-person experience was just absolutely amazing. I enjoyed virtual, yes, but there's just that energy you have when you are amongst people that you feel are so similar to you and just interested in doing a lot of the things that you do and just want to make overall the world a better place. So it just feels so great to be at SYTAR amongst everyone. I've met a lot of people last year that I actually stayed in touch with, which is great, you know. So that's another thing from going to conferences. You get to meet a lot of like-minded folks and stay in touch with them. So now a couple of those people are on my IG and Facebook, and you know, we exchange some messages from time to time. So, you know, that's really wonderful. We have the morning practices. So to get up in the morning and being able to just walk downstairs and just go right into a beautiful morning practice, that feels amazing. And then some really thought-provoking sessions. I really, really enjoyed the sessions, and I left with this renewed energy of what it is that I want to take, well, learning for me, but then stuff I also wanted to take back to my students within my practice. So I really, really enjoyed SYTAR, and I'm really excited this year because it is in Virginia. So, for me, I mean, Chicago was cool, but Virginia just feels so exciting. I am just really looking forward to going there. We're going to be at the Hyatt Regency, Reston, and that's going to be June 15th to 17th. And I'm looking forward to the activities in the city. And that's a great thing for me about going to in-person conferences. You get to meet people. So you meet all of your peers, you know, all your different colleagues, but it's really an opportunity as well to just explore the city, you know, just to go around and explore and just be in somewhere new. So this location is perfect because it's within walking distance to the Reston Town Center. You have lots of great attractions close by. There's the Air and Space Museum. There's Great Falls Park. For me, in particular, this might not be something for other people, but I'm really happy the airport is very close by. For me, traveling is going to be like the entire day. I'm coming from Barbados and I have to do a couple of transfers. So I'm really happy that when I land there, I can just get to the hotel like really, really quickly. So I am really looking forward to that. And yeah, and the hotel, I guess for me as well, I have like this whole regimen. So I practice yoga, and when I say that, I mean the asanas and stuff like that, and I meditate, but I also like to do strength training in between. So it's always important for me when I go somewhere that there's a gym that I can go to, that I can have like the weights and that kind of thing. So I'm really happy that, yes, I'm really happy that we will have all these amenities there as well. So I just think this SYTAR is going to be really, really exciting, and I can't wait. So I'll let Kelly tell you some more.
Yeah. So my favorite part always is just a real treat at the end of the day is after a long day of absorbing and learning and meeting people. I love to go down to the hotel pool area and go into the hot tub and just soak and relax. And I always meet people. I always meet the most fun people in the hot tub, and it's usually people attending the conference, and we have a nice chat, and it's just so much fun. So I'm really excited about the hot tub. But of course, there's so much more than just that. There's great restaurants nearby. And the people, it always comes down to the people and the networking. You never know what's going to come out of SYTAR. You could meet someone who refers a client to you, or just new connections that bring up new opportunities all the time. Um, Marita mentioned that there's going to be a morning practice. So you'll have so many opportunities to practice yoga together. There's a reception on the first evening with refreshments, so you can meet and mingle, have a cocktail if that's your thing, and a bite to eat. It's really fun. Um, and there's a banquet at the end, which we'll be talking a little more about later too. That's another just like really kind of fun and celebratory aspect at SYTAR. Um, Aside from the fun, it is an educational experience. And if you're an IAYT certified yoga therapist, you'll receive 22 continuing education credits for attending SYTAR. And practitioners from other disciplines, you may be able to petition for CE through your own professional organization. So it's a learning experience, really, really valuable information. Um, we've got at the very start, Thursday, come in before the official start opening ceremony, we've got workshops. And this is your chance to come in and take a deep dive into a selection of topics with some of my favorite teachers. I really love this because the workshops are like a good chunk. You've got a few hours with your group and with your teacher to dig deep. We've got they could sometimes it's up to the teacher how they format it, but there might be a combination of lecture, discussion, some experiential practice, and sometimes you'll even break out into smaller groups for work in pairs or threes, fours. So that's really a good hands-on learning experience. um, we've got workshops this year on yoga nidra as a pathway for healing trauma. We have cancer-related PTSD and racial equity and bridging the treatment gap. And the new immigration crisis, creating trauma-informed yoga programs for asylum seekers, new immigrants, and refugees. So there's lots of really, really interesting, relevant topics that you could choose from. Going into the next morning, like we said, we'll start with a morning practice. And it's your choice, depending on how you prefer to start your morning. You can choose a movement practice, or sometimes there will be breath work or chanting, restorative. So there's something for everybody. Of course, if you're not a morning person, you can always sleep in your hotel room and take a later start to the day. But it's just really great to go and practice with people, and it's included in the conference, so why not get up and meet some people and get on your mat together. um, After the morning practices, you can grab breakfast on your own. In the hotel, you've got a Panera, there's a Starbucks for your morning coffee or tea, so there are great options that are easy to access right there on site. We will have exhibits there, and I have to show you, this is an alpaca scarf, an alpaca wrap that I got at last year's SYTAR in Chicago. The alpaca people are one of our regular exhibitors, and it's just so soft and cozy. I wear it all the time, and everybody loves the alpaca people. But there are yoga books, yoga props, clothing, lots of other products and services. There's also tables for member schools, and accredited programs will often have tables. So if you are someone who is maybe considering yoga therapy as a potential career pathway, you can go and meet some of the people from the schools and interact with them and get a sense for what makes their training different and unique, because there's so many options depending on what your personal focus is, and how you want to, what direction you want to go in with your yoga therapy practice. So we've got the exhibitors, We'll have keynote sessions, general sessions where you're in a big hall and everyone's coming together in the same program. We also have a bunch of concurrent track sessions where you can pick and choose and go to whichever session most piques your interest. I'm going to give you just a little sampling here. We will have concurrent sessions on Hana somatic yoga, how to bring your yoga therapy career into medical settings, postural alignment in yoga therapy, racism, sexism, social stress, and yoga therapy, nervous system stress, and motivational interviewing and SMART goals in yoga therapy. And that's just a handful. There's so many more. If you want to see the full schedule, you can go to iayt.org and go to click on the conferences tab along the top of the website, and you'll go in there and you can see the full conference schedule. Friday evening, we have a selection of special interest groups and alumni gatherings. Saturday evening is, of course, the most fun part, the banquet and awards ceremony. And my throat is a bit tickly, so I'm gonna give it back to Marita a little bit for a while, and she'll tell you about how you can register for SYTAR.
Okay, Kelly, yes, let's get your throat some rest. Thank you for still being a part of this. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. If you hear anything in my background, I'm very close to the airport, so you might hear a couple of planes coming over. And if you're lucky, you might see a green monkey behind me. They run all around the place here. But registering for SYTAR, very easy. Just go on and log on to iayt.org/SYTAR 2023. So once you type that in, it's going to provide you with lots of information. I encourage you to register soon. Our early bird is ending in May. With the early bird, you get to save $100. So our members will pay $495. And our non-members, they pay $595. So you want to catch those prices before the early bird is over. It's ending May 19th. So just make sure that you register early and you're not kind of scrambling at the end. And if you are a person of the global majority, we do have a 50% discount available to you. I am a person of the global majority. Many persons have been asking us, what is that term? And it refers to the more than 80% of the world's population who is Black, Indigenous, and of color. And it also encompasses that term BIPOC. And I was very happy to have these discounts available to me because when I first attended SYTAR, and I attended virtually, so during the height of like COVID, I was able to use that discount to just become like to actually be a part of the conference, which then eventually led me here to actually working with IAYT. So this is actually pretty awesome. So those discounts are available to you. Again, you go to iayt.org/SYTAR 2023. It does have a lot of information there for you. This discount is also available to attendees from countries that identify as lower middle income by the World Bank. So if you're not quite sure, you want to know if you're eligible for the discounts, you can also reach out to us. You can reach out to me. I'm Marita at iayt.org. And you can reach out to our finance administrator, which is Deborah, and she's Deborah K at iayt.org. Or, find us on the website and you can shoot through and ask us a question, because if you want to be at SYTAR there in person, we want to help you get there. So, yeah. So, Kelly, I guess you could tell us a little bit about the keynotes.
Yes. And thank you for bearing with me. I still have my water and my tea nearby in case I break out into a coughing fit. So we have 3 keynotes that are happening at SYTAR this year. Our first keynote, and I hope I'm pronouncing this name correctly, it's Dr. Anupama Kizakevito, Dr. Anu. She is an Ayurvedic practitioner, a licensed acupuncturist, professor, researcher, and program director of Ayurvedic medicine at Southern California University of Health Sciences. And her keynote is titled Infinite Possibilities Through Yoga, where she'll explore how the practice of yoga unfolds transformational methods to promote health and wellness. She'll be discussing various time-tested methods explained in yoga philosophy that stand to help us lead an optimum life in the modern world with better mental, physical, perceptual, and emotional experience. Our second keynote is Per Erez. And Per is a yoga therapist. He's come to our conferences. A lot of our community know Per. He is a somatic therapist and educator and a faculty member of the Optimal State Yoga Therapy Training Program. His work combines neuroscience of movement with the artistry of physical theater. And in his keynote, Developing an Embodied Experiential Learning Spiral, he'll invite learners and teachers of embodied practices to consider how adult models of learning consciously or unconsciously impact the work we do in the world. He'll share aspects of his own journey as a, in his words, naive meditator, which eventually led to practices associated with numerous contemplative and movement traditions. He'll talk about learning environments and teachers whose work most directly influenced his development of his method, and share how using the learning spiral facilitates movement practices. And our final keynote following the banquet is Dr. Mark Halpern, who is the founder and president of the California College of Ayurveda, which is the oldest school of Ayurvedic medicine in the United States. He is the co-founder of the National Ayurvedic Medical Association, or NAMA, and the California Association of Ayurvedic Medicine. So he will be presenting on classical yoga therapy, which he acknowledges could be a controversial topic because contemporary yoga therapy is really an eclectic field of study, and students and practitioners can lack discernment about what is really classical and what is not. So he's going to cover the classical approach based on the traditional texts and discover how integrating knowledge of Ayurveda and yoga offers the yoga therapist the deepest understanding of the client and the greatest capacity to support them as they move from disease back toward health. So you won't want to miss these, as well as the other presentations. Like I said, you can look at the full lineup of presenters and schedule at iayt.org. The last thing we're going to talk about is the banquet and the Seva Award. I'm going to give it back to Marita for now.
So I'm going to try to be, I know we literally have 4 minutes here because we said we would do this for 30 minutes, but I want to remind you, if you have questions, please feel free to, to type them in the comments so that we can answer. We'll try to do what we can in the short amount of time we have left. So the banquet, this is where we close out SYTAR. It's a really lovely banquet, great food, and a nice opportunity to bring everyone together in a relaxed space. Because throughout the conference, you are, most of the times when we all come together is going to be for those keynotes and for the general sessions. And then you're focused and you're concentrating on what's happening on stage. You might go outside and you might chat for a little bit, but this really gives us an opportunity in a very relaxed space to just get to know each other. We get to dress up a little nicer as well. It is a banquet after all. So, and we have our final keynote. So we have that final keynote on that night, and I really like the keynote against that backdrop where everyone is a little more relaxed. So I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to that. And at the banquet is where we actually announce our Seva Award winner. Seva is like a big part of our conference, and Kelly's going to tell you a little bit more about Seva and why this is so important to us.
Yes. So if you are watching this video and you don't happen to be a yogi or know Sanskrit, Seva means service. So the Seva Award is an award that recognizes a community service project that brings yoga to those in underserved and underrepresented communities. It's actually the John Kepner Seva Award, and it's named after IAYT's former and longtime executive director, John Kepner. We miss John, but we love Alyssa too, who is here on this call. So we give this award out alongside the Give Back Yoga Foundation, and the award offers seed funding and publicity for well-defined and well-planned service projects. And it's always so inspiring. Excuse me. It's inspiring to really hear how members are of IAYT and are using yoga to really make a difference in their communities. So I think we're getting really close to our time. I want to ask if anyone has any questions that they would like to ask of Marita or myself.
And as we wait for those questions, I am really going to encourage you to, follow us on social media, subscribe to our e-news. It's really easy to subscribe to the e-news. You can go onto iayt.org and you'll see a button there that says Get E-News. You don't have to be a member to get the e-news, but maybe you'll see such amazing content in the e-news and all the benefits associated with IAYT that you say, I want to be a member. So, if you want to learn more about yoga therapy, I encourage you to sign up. If you want to follow us, well, you're on IG, so you're following us on IG, but you can also follow us on Facebook. Our next live is actually going to be on Facebook, so you can stay tuned for that. So keep following us, keep watching the space, so you will know when we have like more IG lives. We're going to be talking. The next one for SYTAR is going to be at the end of March, but we do have one coming up in early March that's going to talk about membership. So you get to learn a whole lot more about IAYT membership. So for all of these things, our LinkedIn, our YouTube, our Facebook, just search the International Association of Yoga Therapists and you can find us. You can find us. But if you are lost in anything, it's always easy to just pop right onto the website. You can reach out to us and we will get you that information. Just want to remind you again that my email is marita@iayt.org. I'll let Kelly tell you her email.
And excuse me, you can reach me at memberservices@iayt.org.
I think Alyssa just put in there maybe something that we left out, that one of the prizes is the winner of the SAVOR Award gets to come to, we pay for the person to come to SYTAR.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they get a stipend as well. I think the overall value of the prize is over like $4,500.
Yeah.
So we really want
prize.
Exactly.
And they receive mats on behalf of Give Back Yoga Foundation.
So we really do want to support persons in what they are doing. That's what we try to do with the SAVOR Award. You're already doing stuff, and we want to help you move forward with that, move forward in that service.
And
so
we are accepting applications now. So if you happen to be working in a service project or know someone who is, please come visit our website and apply. We would love to see what you're doing and put you in the running for the award.
Yes, and I see Life Fit Yoga saying thank you for signing on. Thanks to everyone. This is our first IG live, so it's really great to be here, and we look forward to many, many more. We hope everyone just has well, we're probably across different time zones, so I'm just gonna say rest of day.
Yes. Thank you. Bye, Marita.
Bye. Bye, Kelly. Thank you.